And when I was 16 years old, that was when I learned that girls really, really like musicians.
Right.
And
If you get a guitar on your back, they're jumping on too.
absolutely, absolutely. And I was in love with this girl growing up, and I heard a rumor that she liked musicians, so I started to take it really seriously. And I got this idea in my head that I would teach myself how to play guitar, learn all of her favorite songs, and then ask her on a date.
Sure.
And so what I did is I taught myself how to play by watching videos on YouTube, learned every song that I knew she loved. Then I got all of her friends and my friends together in the parking lot of a Taco John's in my hometown of Mankato, Minnesota. And I put on this little concert. At the very end, I asked her out, and she said no.
Oh man, all that build up and then bam.
Yeah, heartbreaking. But after she and all my friends left, the coolest thing happened. I ordered 30 tacos. I opened up the trunk of my car, and I sat in the trunk, throwing myself this pity party, eating tacos and crying. And while I was doing that, this woman got off of work, and as she was pulling through the drive-thru, she heard me singing, and she got out of her car and came and asked if I would sing in her wedding as she walked down the aisle. And
What?
that was the moment that literally changed my entire life.
She drove through, literally drove through and asked you right then and there to sing.
Yeah, she like got her food, pulled back around, like rolled her window down, and then got out of her car and came and asked if I would sing in her wedding.
Oh my God. Where is she from? Same area? Mankato?
Yeah, same area. She's from Mankato. I don't remember her name, but if I saw her face, I'd recognize her. It was so long ago, but
wow. That's amazing. So you taught yourself how to play guitar, all that good stuff. So how'd you start forming the way that you wrote music?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of it started when I was 13. You know, it started writing these like really poorly crafted, overly emotional songs. And then as I kind of grew up and my taste in music solidified, and I realized what songwriting for me was all about. And it's about telling a good story.
Sure.
You know, it's about, and those stories I want to have a positive influence on people and make an impact on people. That just started to kind of change as my perspective changed. And then about 5 years ago, I got sober from drug addiction. And that for me was when I finally found the purpose behind my music. I wanted to help people that either had been through the same kinds of anxiety, depression, addiction that I had gone through, or that were going through those things. I wanted to help kind of pull them up out of that space.
Sure. It's a little easier to write when you got a clear head too, isn't it?
Absolutely it is.
Well, that's a nice thing. That's a cool thing about songwriting too, is that you can, you write about the things that you're going through and purpose in life. And, you know, whether you're dating somebody or just had a breakup or got married, you married and got a wife. And did you write a song for the wedding?
I didn't write one for the wedding. My wife and I were really adamant that we wanted our wedding to be a work-free environment. And so I was not allowed to sing. I was not allowed to play guitar. I wasn't allowed to do anything music related.
Well, you should have told us, hey, honey, this is a way we can write off our wedding.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong. We had a COVID wedding anyway, so it was pretty cheap. You know, it was in the the driveway of my parents' house.
Right. Everybody masked and 6 feet apart.
Yep.
Yeah. People scattered through the whole entire neighborhood. It looked like a huge wedding, but it's only,
it's only like 17 people. Yeah.
So right now we got the Midwest Country Organization, the award show coming up in April.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and you're up for a couple of awards.
Yeah, I'm currently nominated for Songwriter of the Year and Male Vocalist of the Year.
Oh, wow. Ever been nominated for it before?
Yeah, I was nominated for New Artist of the Year last year.
Okay. So if of all the awards that you're nominated for, the couple, which one would you really like to have?
Male Vocalist of the Year is the one I'm most excited for. A good friend of mine, Jordan Beam, beat me out last year for New Artist of the Year, and I believe he's also up for nomination for Male Vocalist of the Year. So I'm hoping to start a little bit of a rivalry between us on who's getting the award year over year.
He's kind of a stocky little dude, isn't he?
He is, but he's wildly talented. He's an amazing performer. So
yeah. I like to give him a hard time because he is stocky. He looks like a little wrestler.
Yeah.
Do you know him well?
I know him relatively well. Like we don't like hang out, but we live, 500, 600 miles away from each other. So we don't hang out very often, but when we see each other on social media and stuff, we're always teasing each other in the comment section.
Yeah. Oh, that's awesome. Well, good luck to you coming up April 12th. Tell us about some of the music you have out now that's been maybe played on the Midwest Country Organization, the originals, which we play on Wednesdays at noon and Saturdays at 6 p.m. So you get twice, and then plus we play Midwest Country artists all week long too, throughout the week, all day long. So
I love it.
Yeah.
So I've had a couple of my songs played on the Midwest Country Music Organization syndicated show. But the newest one that just came out is called Please Pick Up the Phone. And it's kind of like a mashup between if Harry Styles and Post Malone had a baby, and then you threw that baby through like a country storytelling meat grinder. My song is what came out on the other side.
Without the tattoos.
Really yes. And it all kind of got inspired for me. One of the things I do with my fans is I hold co-writing sessions with my fans so they can help me write my next song. And I also hold like one-on-one co-writing sessions. And I had a fan of mine that I was writing with. We were writing a song about an argument that he and his wife had gotten into. And for him, it was when he was getting in this big fight, and he slammed the door and walked out. And as soon as that door closed behind him, he immediately regretted what he had done.
Sure.
And I've been in situations like that 100 times. I mean, I think we all have fights like that, whether it's with friends or spouses or, significant others, whatever it is. And for me, I always regretted, like, I would call that person, 100 times, just like pick up so I can apologize and tell you how stupid I was, how dumb I was, and how sorry I am for not realizing this 15 seconds earlier when we were in the fight. And that's where this song kind of came from. It's telling the story of someone who was in that argument with their significant other, got a little too frustrated, emotions got the better of them, walked out the door, and now they're just begging and pleading to pick up the phone.
Yeah.
I don't want this to be over.